Good morning, BX3 and Mr. J.
Good morning. I'm
Back
hungry.
In the studio. Hungry?
Yeah. I'm just hungry.
People who don't know what our last episode was are going to be like, okay, Eric, go eat something then.
Well, I mean, I already ate. I'm still hungry.
You're still hungry. Yeah. So welcome to our second episode of the series where we're talking about our values and our vision. If you missed our last one, go back, watch it, or listen to it, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Our vision is to empower and develop our team to deliver world-class service on both sides of the counter.
Whew. That was, yes.
That's a good one.
Too easy.
Too easy. And people are living it and loving it.
There you go. McLovin' it.
So today we're going to talk about one of our three values, hungry.
Yeah.
And we're going to do our best to stay on hungry and not go to the other values because those are going to be the next two episodes.
Yeah, well, they all tie in, but
they do.
Hungry has its own. I mean, they all have their own category, I suppose. So hungry's a good one.
Yeah,
I think people relate to hungry and what that means more easily than humble or smart. So I'm excited to talk hunger.
Yeah, because what do people think when you say hungry? Like scarcity, like I think I told you before when we introduced the values, like it's aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels aggressive.
It feels aggressive. You did say that.
but I feel like hungry is just that drive to get better. Yeah. You know, that's what I feel it is.
Pursuit of excellence.
Yes.
Right. Even though we know we'll never be excellent, but the pursuit of perfection, pursuit of excellence, the want to be the best version of ourselves that we can be, right? For ourselves and for our team, right?
And like, why is being hungry so important? Like, why is that a value to have?
Yeah, it's a $1 million question right there because it can go a lot of different ways. But hungry leaders will always be pushing themselves for more, right? And it's easy to get complacent, right? I think there's a difference here. People who are hungry are going to continue to want to win. And there's a big difference between people who are hungry and people who aren't. Right?
So, like, if I'm like, yes, I made it, I'm done, and I'm chilling, right?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you it happened, right? I'm going to use, like, I don't think I love all of our values. I'm going to do my best to live all of our values. I think the majority of our people, will have 2 out of the 3 values.
Sure.
Some will come naturally, right? And some won't. But I think to your point, right, the hunger one is like the self-motivated, self-prophecy, self-fulfilling thing, because sometimes, like in this organization, in this industry, you will never, maybe this is the wrong way to say it, Riley, but I'm just going to say it. Like, I don't think you'll ever win, but I think you can be winning. Right?
I like that, though.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say it. Then. Because I do. I really feel like we can never win because we're constantly chasing next. Yeah. But I do feel like organization, we can be winning. And if we've been winning, right? Like, we haven't always been, the metrics haven't always been the greatest, right? And we're improving and all that kind of stuff. Sure. But like we're on the right track of winning, right? And as we introduced hunger, I really felt like our team got complacent in what we were trying to do, right? Like our team got complacent. Before we introduced hunger as one of our core values. And it's not because I think they wanted to be complacent. It's just because they just kind of got used to the results that they were putting out. It just kind of happened. We kind of just rode the wave a little bit, right? And I think we
because they thought they won. Maybe to a degree, but I think we were settling because we were saying, okay, let's let our team settle in because we were more focused on the other 2 values, right? I think we were focused on being humble, and I think we were focused on being smart about what we were doing with our people, which is where maybe some of the hunger organizationally started getting a little bit more, like I said, complacent or dry or whatever that might look like. But I think we were losing our hunger. And I think as we went about this, we said, okay, we're going to be hungrier again. What happened immediately, Riley? As soon as we said, hey, we're going to be hungry and we're going to go and get these results. We put our foot down and said, hey, we already know what we're doing. We just need to execute. Just go do.
Go do.
I mean, everything like our drive-through speeds and improved by like
everything. We got a minute faster in just about every category. Our customer surveys got better. Our turnover, like we all of a sudden went from like this, hey, we know what we're doing to doing. Right? Because we said, hey, we want a team that's hungry.
Be
right?
hungry.
Like, what are we waiting
Go
for?
Eat. Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. I think people who live the hungry value will always be hungry, right? The ones who like really just drive it and live it, right? But you also have to know what to be hungry for. And I think organizationally, we kind of set that North Star and that beacon of saying, okay, we want people who are hungry, but this is exactly what hunger and winning looks like.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to execute.
Yeah. Not win, but winning.
Yeah.
So we're going to execute. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's great.
So like, what do, and I know you're kind of getting into it, but what do hungry leaders do?
Hungry leaders will constantly push themselves. Like they have a reason to get out of bed that morning. Right? Like I think that's a very serious statement right there. Like I think people who are hungry are excited to get out of bed and excited to accomplish something. Right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm going to tell, and maybe it's true. There's some days like maybe it's Sunday morning, right? You're like, I'm going to sleep in. Like that's not hungry. Sure, right? Like I'm going to go veg out and watch a couple movies, right? Like I get all that. Like there's relaxed people, right? Like you can relax. I'm not saying that. But I think from a business leadership perspective, right? There's a big difference in somebody who walks into the restaurant hungry versus somebody who just walks into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? What are we looking to accomplish today? How are we going to live our vision today? How are we going to be the best today? How am I going to make somebody better today than they were yesterday? How am I going to personally improve by 1%, right? Because those 1% changes that we can constantly talk about. And feel free to go watch our episode about small changes lead to big
wins.
Thank you.
Something
right?
like that.
We're winning. But I think you can see it in people.
Yeah. And maybe somebody just needs a little snack or something, and they're starting to ask questions, and they're starting to get a little hungry. Yeah. Maybe you can even see that change in people because they're being curious.
Yeah,
they're networking with leaders who are hungry. Like
that's perfect way to put it.
You can see that kind of gradient scale of how hungry somebody is. Right. To your point, so if somebody walks in and they're not hungry, you see it.
It's good though.
If somebody walks in and they're hungry. Yep. Their first thing out of their mouth is, "Let's go, team. What are we doing today? What's the plan?"
Right.
You know.
I love the curiosity around hunger too, right? Like I said, people can be hungry, but they don't know what they're hungry for. So the curiosity, right? Like these guys are winning. I want to know what they're doing, right? They ask for feedback, right? Yeah. Like not just from their leadership, but from their team as well. Hey, what can we do better? Because I think for me, what kind of sparked the hunger around our organization is by me asking the people that report to me, like, hey, how are we doing, and what does that need to look like in the moving forward? I need you to be more hungry, Eric. I need you to be more focused around the results. I need you to help push me, right? So I think that's okay to ask your team and be curious around your team as far as what are they committed to and what do they want to achieve. Because it's easy to follow. It's easy to fall into those mindset traps, right? This is good enough. My team can't do more. I've put enough on their plate is something I hear all the time, right? Especially around leaders who don't want to delegate. Well, Riley has enough going on. I don't want to put more pressure on him. Hunger isn't about having pressure. Yeah. Hunger is about having a purpose.
Yes. Yeah. Pressure versus purpose.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a difference, and I think as you're living out these values or starting to live out these values, you're gonna feel that though. Like you're gonna feel like it's pressure, but if it's for a purpose and your leader is telling you the purpose or is connecting those dots for you, if you're learning to be hungry, then absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are other signs of a non-hungry team? You said not good enough or is good enough, sorry.
Well, I think some teams just don't ask the right questions ultimately, right? What can we do better? Right? Do we have a plan? Right? Where do we want to be in a week or 2 weeks or in a month? What do we want a restaurant to be known for?
And like sometimes the same problems keep coming up because nobody's addressing them because they're not hungry.
Right?
Okay.
And especially when we don't have those conversations, like, oh, well, this happened again. This person called off. This person called off. Like,
who's going to do something about it?
Like, when are you hungry enough to go and say, okay, we need to talk with this person. We need to find out what's going on. And we need to be better. We need to be hungry around our development of our team, right? Because this isn't just about results. Like,
it connects to everything.
All of it.
The web is awesome. The web is so cool.
Yeah.
And it's almost like watching the spider like do it, because it's like, oh, there's a vision. Oh, the vision connects to this and it connects to this. And oh, here's a cool team member story. Like it's super cool.
Those challenges can become opportunities. And I think when you have a leadership team, right? When you go from manager to leadership, when they're working for you because they want to, not because they have to, right? Like all of a sudden we can face those challenges together. right? We can build these things together. We can learn from our mistakes because those mistakes become lessons.
Yeah, they're learning from being hungry, and like that's all we were asking for.
Yep.
Like just what'd you say earlier? You said pursuit of excellence or something like that. Like it's a pursuit.
Yeah,
it's continuing. It's going to keep happening. We're winning.
Yep.
Like that's all we're asking. So take that step, learn. Take that step, learn. It's kind of like rinse and repeat at that point.
Yeah. I think another challenge is when we're talking about people who are hungry, right? You have to be aware enough of yourself, right? As far as like what does hunger look like for you
as the leader, or
as the leader,
individual?
Yeah, as an individual, as a leader of say your team, because you don't always have somebody following up on you. Right, like you don't always have somebody coming at you and being like, "Hey, reminder to be hungry."
Yeah.
But here's the difference, though, organizationally, because now we have values in this organization, right? Like now I can go to you, Riley, and I can be like, "Hey, were you hungry on that? Like, what does hunger look like as you're attacking this project? What does hunger look like for results? When you're talking about what you're trying to achieve, right? Like I can point to a value, and instead of me being like, "Hey, you're too slow." Right, which is just more of a behavior thing that you would yell at me for because you're smart, right? And we'll get into smart value. But instead of me just being like, Riley, dude, you're slow.
Yeah.
I can be like, dude, where's your hunger?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now, instead of these being attacks on the individual, we can go back to our purpose as an organization. We can go back to our values as an organization. We can make more decisions based off of our organization of, hey, is our team hungry enough to be successful, right?
Yeah.
How much can they chew off in order to show that they can win? We don't want to make them hangry, right? To your point earlier, right? Like we need there to be enough hunger where they can eat.
Yes.
Right? You want them to see the results, but yet you want to have stretch goals.
Yeah. And grow. Like that's the whole thing. Like all of these, all of everything in this series is growth mindset. It's just that is what it is. It's all of it connects to that growth mindset where it's okay, what am I going to do today to be 1% better, like you said? What am I going to develop somebody today? What coaching conversation am I going to have? And what value am I going to point to as my North Star or as my why?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're being, where's your hunger today?
Where's your hunger?
Where's your hunger today?
I always feel, and I've always felt, and this has been years of me maybe saying this in different ways and honestly straightforward to other people too. Like we have certain targets that we have to achieve, right? Like McDonald's has certain standards that we need to achieve. The organization has certain standards that we need to achieve. And sometimes let's say that we want to be at 120 seconds for lunch, right? Like that's the goal. We want to be at 120 seconds or less, right? If I go and say, okay, because you're at 200, maybe I only want 180, right? And then like to me, that's not being hungry. To me, that's kind of lowering lowering your bar.
Like
say,
the
okay,
expectation,
you're lowering your expectations and you're allowing your team to be less hungry. So if you aim small, you miss small. So why not just go for the standard and celebrate the success along the way?
And the mistakes along the way. And
I have
lessons
no problem
along
with that.
the way.
I have no problem with celebrating milestones along the way. But if the standard's the standard, then why talk less than the standard? Right? And I think as you do that, you build this rapport of like it's good enough. Right, and that's where I kind of want to loop that in from earlier. You talk and you asked the question, what does that look like from a leadership team? I think it's a team that is okay with not being at or above the standard, right? Like, we met expectations, right? You ever get a performance review and you met expectations? Like, shoot, I met expectations, right? Like my job is done here, right? So I think there's a big difference there, and I think as leaders, regardless of what category you're in, regardless of your goals, you should always be aiming for the standard. Yeah. Right? And I absolutely love the saying, if you aim small, you miss small.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and we kind of talked about our targets are always changing or whatever. We're winning.
Yeah.
Not that we can't win.
Yep.
So, and I guess just a good question for you, in your opinion, when we hit all those standards, what's the next thing that we're going to be winning at?
And I mean, that's
guest counts, sales,
it's true, right? Like any business, you're obviously looking to grow sales. You're looking to drive guest counts. You're looking to, but to me, if we focus on our team and we focus on our values, right?
That's the winning.
That's the winning, because everything else will build those guest counts and those sales. And we always talk about how people are the business, right? Like we're in the people business. We just happen to serve burgers, right? Like we are in the people business, and our team is in the people business. And if we treat our people right and we treat our customers right, they're going to come back. But we have to be hungry enough to know that this job never ends.
Yes.
Like that's the hard part too, right? Like other industries, and I've never worked. I mean, I was in the Army for a while. I did a couple of small odd. I've always been in the hospitality industry. I've always worked for McDonald's, and that's what I'm saying. We'll never win. We'll never, like, this job will never be done.
Yeah.
Right. Like we have to get up every morning and be hungry for those next things. Yeah. And what's really cool is in my decades of being with McDonald's, I'm just going to say decades now because it sounds crazy. I don't think there's ever going to be you're never going to run out of what's next. Yeah. Right. You just never have. I never have.
Right. It's people.
Yeah.
And people are always there, and we've grown. We have a small city, like you said. Like that's always going to be the thing. So we're winning with people.
You have to win with people. And you know,
we win
seeing people out and about, right? Like going out and running into crew or managers that have worked with us or are working with us, and they're like, "Hey, Eric, oh man, it's great to see you." Like, to me, that's winning, right? Because they can easily just be like, "Oh, my boss, man, boy," like, but they will literally come up, right, and say, "Hey, how's it been?" Right? Yeah. We have people coming back to the organization. Hey, I was looking out at different opportunities. I'd love to come back to the team. Yeah. Right? Like we're winning.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we may never win. And I think for hunger, right? Like that can get a little taxing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest. It's a little taxing sometimes.
But when we use our other two values, humble and smart, they balance each other out. Again, everything's connected.
Yep. What's really cool too is if I see you not being hungry, I can easily, like I said before, right? I can easily go to you and, hey, Riley, you got to pick it up. Let's go be hungry.
Yep.
Right? And we have a check and balance in place now within this organization, which is just easy to point to.
Yeah. And if people, and again, when we're building that culture, people, if they are burnt out, they're humble enough to be like, guys, I gotta go on a diet. I gotta be less hungry.
Sure. Right.
but they're asking and they're telling us and they're speaking up and not letting it be good enough.
Yep.
So awesome.
Yep. So when we raise the bar, when we stop settling, when we continue to focus on our value of hunger, and as we've introduced hungry, right, it's just propelled the organization in ways that I just did not even imagine when we first started talking about this. So yeah, it's been good stuff, right?
To the moon.
and back. Right? But yes, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Stay tuned for next week. We'll have our next value. We'll probably talk about smart.
All right, perfect. Let's go be smart.
Let's go be smart. Listen, learn, lead. We'll see you later.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.